Okay, well, let's stick with trade. We mentioned what the U.S. and China are maybe coming close to, but China is cutting business taxes as it tries to correct the slowdown in its economy. Last year, of course, China's economy grew 6.6%, and that was the weakest growth in 30 years. Now, we have heard optimism this week about a U.S.-China trade deal coming soon. That would obviously help China's economy. And meanwhile, President Trump already shifting his focus to India. He is ending special trade treatment for India and Turkey and is accusing those countries of unfair trade practices. So a lot to talk about when it comes to trade and China's economy, and Rick Newman can shed some light.
There's no story here.
I'm
just going with Myles' line.
Right.
No, that's not true. First of all, the Chinese economy is slowing, so 6% growth to us sounds fantastic.
Right.
We haven't had that since the 1950s, but the standard is different in China since it's coming from an emerging market into a developed economy, and 6% is actually pretty weak. There are lots of problems in the Chinese economy that really have nothing to do with the United States or with the U.S. trade situation. They've got tons of debt there. The government is involved in all these big companies, lots of inefficiencies that they've been papering over for a long time, and that's part of the weakness. And the government in China has been able to basically keep the system going. You just mentioned tax cuts. There are other types of stimulus things they can do. They've actually managed the economy there better than most Western economists ever thought possible. So we're going to get a slowdown in China. That's probably fine for us. But that is part of the story with China at this point.
And China's still chugging in terms of economic growth.
Yeah, it's still growing, and important to point out, it's evolving from a manufacturing economy, which is what most emerging markets start out as, into an economy that looks more like ours, where services are where the growth comes from. There's a developing consumer class there. I mean, there's a long way to go in China, which is why most Western firms still are dying to get into that market or grow their presence in that market, because just the consumer class itself is giant. And if it ever becomes anything at all like the American consumer class, I mean, that's just a gigantic source of business. But, they have their wobbles, and they're wobbling.
Now, what do you make of the news on India? And now Trump turning his attention saying, oh, look over here. Here's another country that treats us unfairly.
I mean, Trump has come up with yet another trade grievance. So he's saying India and Turkey basically kind of get they're allowed to play by lax rules because they're considered emerging.
Treatment.
Yeah, they're considered emerging economies, so you go more lightly on them. You don't expect reciprocity with them, and that's just to help those economies a little bit. With regard to India, I mean, there's something very important going on and scary going on in these military battles between India and Pakistan, two nuclear powers. And this would probably be a good moment for the United States to try to calm the waters instead of roiling them by saying we're going to give India a little slap while it's involved in this situation with Pakistan. I have no idea why Trump cares about this right now.
I'm just wondering if it is totally connected to China, because if he doesn't have a full win in China negotiations, he can say, look, it's not just China we're dealing with, and I'm being very harsh and have an iron fist when I'm dealing with all of our other trading partners.
I guess, but the strategic way of looking at this is to use India as a counterweight to China, in which case you would do exactly the opposite. You would get cozier with India and you'd say, you know what, China, if you can't become a better trading partner for us, we're just going to favor India. We're gonna look to India more. We could do things to create incentives for American producers to move their supply chains from China to India. I mean, you would think that's the way to do it. I mean, Trump he just has this sort of simplistic view. It seems to me.
Yeah,
anyway.
There's no nuance.
He likes to take trade relationships one at a time. He does not seem to consider anything broader geopolitically than just, are we getting a fair deal on this one issue? And so now he's coming out and saying, Turkey, you're cheating. India, you're cheating. And this is just, he's sort of like going down the row and picking fights with everybody he can possibly have a grievance with. Honestly, I find it very tiresome.
Yes.
Tiresome. All right, thank you, Rick.
See you guys.